Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. Been trying to think of a way to get this ship ground up and into my inventory, my gear. I haven't really come up with anything definitive yet. One idea was to do like a field of collectors that I would like drop the stuff into. Always had this idea of doing one of the gravity generators that creates a spherical gravity where it pulls everything to the center, and then grinding up something near one of those so that all of the stuff gets pulled down toward the gravity generator, but then there's like a little block of collectors around it. It seemed like a neat idea. Another option would be to do a grinding wall where everything is, where I just like push it into the grinder. I guess another option is a ship that has a grinder on it that I go and grind things up. I know I did that with the last thing I salvaged. I don't know. I guess I could conceivably refurbish this to manage that sort of thing. And I had done the issue with this one where I'd had the grinder attached to a container, and I went and ground up everything. I guess I've been debating what to do while that reaver moved past. And then, like, I just saw that, not unknown signal. Wow, okay, the name of them is a Mayday signal. Don't you love it when your brain doesn't work the right way? Anyway, the Mayday signal is something else. Like, I could go and grab them. I guess if I'm going to enjoy going and grabbing Mayday signals, having a ship to go down there and grind them up is viable. I think I'm going to... Oh, now there's an idea. If I built a copy of the OSHA regulations violator, but had it be grinders on the back, or well, grinders on the front, I think that would be pretty straightforward, actually. Yeah. Let me do this. The OSHA RV. Alright. And now I'm going to project a blueprint of the OSHA RV and craft it up. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. Let's do it right over here, so that I can start welding most of it while I'm actually attached to the connector. Yeah, just like this. Okay, so I'll get like a hinge or a rotor and attach it to this, and I'll make it so that the majority of the ship passes through that area, or maybe rotates through it. We could turn it into kind of like a little impromptu welding wall type situation. I think I like it. I like the idea. Let me grab some plates and start laying it out. See if I can get it to work. Okay, so really simple. I don't know, explanation of how these weld walls work. Basically, what you want is you want to have the welders behind a wall so that when your projector, and let's go in here to do it as I explain it, as your projector has things be behind the wall. No, maybe like that. And pitch. Pitch is what I was looking to get. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. This is how I'll weld it up. And I'll move it forward a little bit to make it nice and central. But I'm going to start welding this wall, this side of it first, right? And then as I push the piston out this direction, more of the blueprint is going to become available for these welders to place. And as it pushes it out farther, it then allows it to, to be built up without it being in the way. So let's try and get to, yep, and forward offset. Nope, forward offset's not what I was looking for. Horizontal offset, there we go. I wanted horizontal offset. And I want the vertical offset. Nope. The forward, no. There. Yeah, I want this. And so you see here how it's connected. I could place, well, I need a light steel plate, but I could place that block, and I could place only that block. And then anything attached to that block as it goes that way. I need to have it do that way so I can build it in that direction as it gets pushed out. And make sure I'm not going to be colliding with anything down here. That's not going to be a problem. I suppose I could probably attach someplace a little higher up, but I think this will work. So let's go ahead and get it working. So it crafted those pieces, as you can see. Now, if I go down here to this piston, I want its speed to be really slow, like 1 meter per second. Positive.
Your health
Ouch.
is low.
Well, as you can see, more parts of it got... what am I? Oh, the water. I never drank.
Your health is critical.
Come on. Alright. That was silly. Okay, I gotta go get some sleep, and I gotta get some food. And I'm doing this all while I'm waiting for this to be printed up. Oh my goodness, it's already almost done. So yeah, as you can see here, it welded most of the ship. For some reason, it didn't weld, or even try to weld, these reactors, the thrusters here. It did do those. So I didn't have enough of the Tier 4 things. Well, this was a really good way of getting me the basic stuff for the way that the ship was built. I guess, yeah, I'll just have to see what I can do about getting parts fixed up. I mean, I could reverse it and get a bunch fixed that way. Let's try that. I guess I can just do the reverse this way. Yeah. Like, it'll stop moving when it can't get any further back, right? Oh, there we go, getting more welded up. See, like, even this slow of a speed made it move too slow. Too fast. Alright, so... there's that. And it'll work on welding up parts that it can weld up as it goes. Probably because the Izzy's is automatically making more of these metal plates. Yeah. Alright. I don't need those welded up, though. I'm switching them out for... what are they called? Switching them out for... grinders. Yeah. Alright. Let's get some food and water and work on that next. Okay, so with that taken care of, I have thrust in most directions. I'm going to see what I can do about getting this detached. Yep. Don't have a lot. I'm going to turn off that all. I don't have the ship projected anymore. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have left the projector on the... on this guy. Let me set that back up. Alright. Projector is back on. Let me grab this. Come on. Yeah. Now, the lights that have been attached to them are no more. That's... so be it. But, let's grab our adjustable screen here and look at grinders. And, you know, we could probably do our tier 4 grinders in here. I think I like them all oriented this way, kind of like a wall of grinders that are coming at you to slice you open. Oh, and it actually is going to look even more like an axe head now. But let's go ahead and get this turned back on. See how much more of it we can weld up. Alright. Do we have the grinders welded up? No. We've got some of the lights wound up. Ah, that's the forward thrust. All right. Oh, there we go. It is, in fact, those tier 4 components slowly being built. Nice. Well then. Now it's just a matter of waiting for that to finish up, and I'll have a grinding ship ready to go. Cool. Alright, guys, I think I am liking it. And here, let's give it a little test run before she gets a name. But instead of turning on all that stuff, let's go to block tools and just turn those on. Yeah, there we go. And I think given that performance, she's going to deserve the runner-up name from when we figured out what the name of our welding ship is. Our grinding ship is going to be the Sparky. At least, I think that was the runner-up. Let me go double check. Yep, it's the Sparky. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just, see about giving her a go. Oh, I modified the LCD to show just the inventory. So, like, it's just going to show me the inventory of what I have in the ship. I know there's a command I can show only inventory that I have in there, so it's not going to show me zeros. Don't know what that is, though. Alright. Oh, and see the... Okay, this is something that's been bugging me. See the orange outline for the cockpit block here? That is because I have the grinders selected. If I don't have the grinders selected, I don't get any of that. So I might just go ahead and get the grinders. Grinder blocks. Actually, what's the welders has those lights and the grinders already in the... That's weird. And the projector? Let's try that. Oh, dang. I was afraid something like that might happen. Now, conceivably, I'm supposed to pick up all of these pieces of ore into the inventory as I'm welding it up. And it did. It took 9,000 of the iron, but it didn't pick up all this.
Inventory full.
This nickel ore and
Inventory
silicon
full.
ore. That's annoying. Okay, I guess I'll just have to do it manually. I'm going to empty the inventories manually first. Right? Or is there a conveyor on here that I might be able to get them all to connect to? That's not a bad idea either. Yeah, let me see about spinning it around and trying to connect to that connector to empty out the inventories using Izzy's there. Yeah. But one last thing before I do that, let me do this. Yeah, that's better. Well, it was able to get pretty close under its own volition, but not all the way. This little guy is running quite low on... Oh, there we go. quite low on hydrogen. I'm going to fill her up. My goodness, it is so whippy. I mean, it needs that to be able to maneuver and move big things around. It needs to have that strength, but man. Alright, so switch lock there. And checking on the cargo containers. We're still got stuff in them. Where am I going? Now it's empty. And that's empty, and that's empty. Okay, I think we're good. Let's start grinding, although I did just see a... there it is. Yeah, let's turn this off. And it has ice, so let's move that ice over to an ore container. Yeah. Alright, and I don't necessarily like the idea of it moving around while I'm grinding it, so I'm going to grind it right where it is. Let's... Let's do that. If you think of a better color for the Sparky here, do let me know, alright? And while we're out here doing this grinding, let's check to see if the area of effect is the same for these grinders as it was for the welders. Yep, that was pretty indicative. Yeah, looks like it is to me. And see, like here, I gotta make sure I don't go down too far. I don't want to grind up my pistons. Oh, this is way easier than it should be. I just remember in Season 2, I ground up an entire ship bit by bit and replaced it and rebuilt it. And I was just using the vanilla grinders, and my goodness, that took so long. Turned it into a pretty cool time-lapse, though, so I'm happy with that. Alright. Oh, I'm starting to accumulate quite a load here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that. Check my inventory here. Doing pretty good. Uh-oh. Tormentor has detected a potential target. Oh, but it doesn't seem to be me. Ugh, gross. Okay. Where is that? Where'd it go? Is that it down there? I'm gonna go check it out. I'll let you know what I see when I get there. It's a pirate mayday. And I don't want to get closer, because if it's a ship waiting to ambush, it'll attack me and then follow me back to my base. So I'm just gonna head back. I'm guessing that's what the Reaver went after, but then I don't know, must have despawned or something. Now, where was I? Okay, there we go. I think maybe having more than just 3 downward thrust would be appropriate for managing loads this size. But I suppose if I'm only using this in space, I just have to know to be slow. Come on. There we go. And now Izzy's will remove that load for me. Well, there's not much left of the ship here. Yikes. Alright, cool. Well, hey, I'm gonna finish that up. Probably get rid of this little temporary welding wall thing, and we'll move on to the next project. So I suppose that while I'm out here cleaning everything up, I could clean this up too. And we want to do that by taking off that part there. Grabbing onto it from back here. Yikes. Oh, I need to turn him into a static grid. My goodness, is it whippy. Okay, I don't know if I need to keep commenting on that every time I do something with it, but hey, it is what it is, right? Alright, and if I put in a weld pad here and there, well, then I will be able to just connect the two of them. And the ports will fit up against each other. That reactor will help with the base, and I guess, yeah. Just like that. I don't remember if... I mean, it should automatically send some uranium into that, right? Well, I didn't need to put all that much uranium in there. But I kind of like how it's blue and not green with the tiered up system. But hey, I got myself my gravity. Alright. So, geez, next step. We've cleaned up the entrance some. I guess I could put down some blocks and lay them all out and weld them up the way they go. Or I could go out and check out one of those unknown, not unknown, God, they're not unknown. Why do I keep doing that? Because of those things, the unknown signals. I can go check that unknown signal, see if I can get any wheat. I still don't have any wheat. Access denied. Hey, I actually got a wheat. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, did I get anything? A glamour welder. Well, how about that? Hey, so I'm gonna go get some wheat farming going on. So, considering all of this, I think what I need to do is keep with the theme of cleaning up the entryway here and make some more permanent docking facilities for these guys. Yeah, I think that's what I'll work on first. I probably could put stuff over here. However, I am planning on building that repair bay situation going on right in here. So realistically, if I wanted to put things over this way, I don't know. By the way, I put this over here like I did because when the sun passes through it, it lights up all those solar panels. Those solar panels are the only means of illuminating this thing. I know, well, not illuminating. Only means of powering that thing. It does not have any reactors or anything. So here's where I'm sort of sitting with my order of operations. I want to go check out the Mayday signals. However, there's a chance that those Mayday signals may have like tanks of hydrogen that I could claim. I could claim the tanks of hydrogen, and I could use the sled to go get the hydrogen. But I would need to make sure that there was room in the tanks in the sled for said hydrogen. So I'm thinking of building my hydrogen tanks in here in the base, getting that set up. And on top of that, I want to be able to refuel the Espelta. Can I refuel her just by pulling in here? Maybe I could do that. Maybe I'll do that. And I'll attach this connector right here to this one. That'll work. Because I was worried about moving the number 2, which is not a hot dog, clearly. It is a pencil. It's got the graphite there and the tip, and that's the eraser. You know who you are. Anyway, I think I'll work on that next. I think I'll work on putting in some tanks for hydrogen and oxygen and get some O2H2 processing going on and fit that all down in here. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, so here are my concepts for how I'm laying out this thing. I've got the dome-style hydrogen tanks in here. That's going to be the thing I store the most of and care the most about. I do have a bunch of, let me do this, oxygen tanks through here, 9 of them total. 2 H2O2 generators that I can just keep running in the background, but those are tier 3 ones as well. So they'll just keep going. I like how everything's tied up back here and tied in on the other side, and now it's just a matter of welding it up correctly. So let's do this and see how much I can get with just the first of these. Alright, and let's turn it on. That should have deposited, yeah, that deposited everything onto these. And here. Up there, it's all done. There. And there. Now, I guess I could just manually do these 3. They don't have much. And I can grab it from there. Come on. And then once I have this part all welded up, I will have a connection there, and I can put another line through, I guess. I guess I was kind of hoping it would reach through and connect to those on that side. Let's see if a tiered up welder will do it. Maybe just the tier 2 one, see how well that gets. I need some more motors and construction components and such. Which isn't that much. Oh, hey, I'm reaching through, it looks like, at least. That's nearly welding up. And anything over here? No. Oh, the other tank on the other side as well. Great. Okay, I like that. I can dig it. And something I figured might be the case is I have to take out one of these to use that port to weld the ones like next to it on either side, and then weld up one, or maybe weld them one in a row, one at a time. Let's get the rest of this wall finished up first, though. It looks like I might have a port here for another one of these. Let's just take apart this one. It's done.
Inventory full.
One at a time, I guess. Come on. Alright, and that has a lot. It's reaching? Is it reaching these? No, it's not reaching these. I'll work on the smaller bits on my own. And then get all of these ready. I may make another connection like this piece here on this side over here. I kind of like the idea of doing that. Let me get onto that too. I'll bring it back when it's finished welding up. Alright, here goes the last part of it. Last step of it, at least. So... oh, come on. Why is that not working? That's got a connection there. That should have one there, and that one should have that one. Or did I put that in the wrong way? Hmm. So it's facing that way. Oh! There's not a connection on the back end of the... That's annoying. Okay, I gotta fix that. Meaning I might have to reassess where I'm putting stuff. Dang it. Oh, all right. Okay. I guess I'm not done.
Inventory full.
Okay. Now I think I just ought to stick with tanks down in this area, and I can build my generators someplace else. Yeah. And then grab that, that. And with this, I'm pretty confident. Yep, that's welded up. Alright. And turn it on, and here we go. Alright guys, this might be stupid, but there's a Reaver Butcher over there. I want to go piss it off. Let's go. Get as close to it and as far away from the base as I can before it registers me. Oh, I think it just registered me. Now, let's see, it's flying straight for me. Is it flying straight for me? What happened there? Oh, okay. Well, there's that. Come on. What kind of a... Okay, that definitely... Oh, wow, that seems to have done quite a number to it. Though I think I took some damage, too. Did I take a hit? I don't think I did take a hit. What's going on with this? My mistake. Well, it's dead and flying all the way. That's cool. I'm not likely to get it again. But it looked to me like it left behind some chunks of ice. Oh, that's funny. That's a unknown signal. Where do you suppose that ice went to? Let's see if I can go and find it. Alright, well, I I don't know what physics caused that to do what it did, but I'll take it. Let's load up the hull with some ice. Frankly, with the way that reavers are set up, this is probably the most valuable resource they provide. Oh man, remember when I was back on Caldera? I thought that this would be like my only way of collecting ice. Was gonna be getting it from reavers or from other ships.
Inventory full.
Oh, this is going to take a while.
Inventory full.
You know,
Inventory
as I go back
full.
and forth grabbing this stuff little by little, it does give me a
Inventory
thought
full.
about a good reason to have at least one collector
Inventory full.
connected to the ship. Like,
Inventory
situations
full.
like this where you're out and you got a bunch of things out there. Well, you know, this
Inventory
type of situation
full.
exactly. You got these, and I'd just scoop them all up right away if I had the collector on there. And I had a really good idea
Inventory full.
for how to incorporate some collectors and some
Inventory full.
grinding on the sled, actually. I could
Inventory
turn
full.
the big flat deck of the sled into a dedicated
Inventory full.
grinding platform type thing. As I'm talking, so I'm getting my buttons pressing wrong.
Inventory full.
Yeah, well, let me get back to the sled and we can talk about that. And then I gotta show you
Inventory
the
full.
progress with the tanks inside of the sled park.
Inventory.
Okay, so imagine this. Instead of connectors right there and there, we have a recessed gravity generator that creates a sphere of gravity. And we park this thing directly underneath whatever it is we're going to be grinding up, right? And then as things get ground up, they get pulled toward the center of the sphere of gravity, right? It's going to be like right in there. But it's going to be recessed down one block, and then on this level, there's going to be just probably a spread of 9 collectors. So that if something falls down, it's going to try and fall toward the collectors and land on them, right? But, say it lands over here because it was falling off from the edge. Well, all I'd have to do is drop the sled down a little bit for them to get another chance to fall toward the collectors so that they could get collected. I like that idea. I think it gives a good purpose for this big old space. While I'm out there working on things, I can, you know, maybe use connections other places, like use these connectors on the front to hook up to ships however I need to. Use that one there still. So, like, I think what I'll do is I'll take the spelt out, collect those Mayday signals, make sure that they're worth going after and grabbing. If they are a big thing to salvage, I'll then head over there with the sled and the Sparky, and I will collect the wreck, can pull any hydrogen out of them as I see fit. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. But speaking of hydrogen, let's stockpile these 2 tanks. Okay, so that's connected and stockpiling, that's connected and stockpiling. It occurred to me I didn't stockpile the oxygen tanks on this. So, here we go. Access here. Control panel, oxygen. It used to be called the Fornida. I can fix this up. Save and stockpile. Alright, and now let's check out how much hydrogen and oxygen I have total. Now, I kind of got interrupted and I didn't get to finish formatting the buttons. But here we've got hydrogen stockpile on, hydrogen stockpile off. And it appears that there's already oxygen being made. Oh, because I brought back the bunch of ice. And there are H2O2 generators working. So, let's get the tanks here to stockpile. And the oxygen tanks to stockpile. Ooh, another flipping driller. I'll leave that one alone. All right, look at that. Okay, so more and more oxygen. I set up the LCD on this to read off hydrogen and oxygen. Looks like I might be producing oxygen still. Maybe that's why it's ticking up slowly. Same with the hydrogen. So let's see what happens. I want to go ahead and disconnect the Isbelta, because I'm pretty sure that's the only place that there are active... Yeah. That's the only spot that there are active, what's it called? H2O2 generators. The ones over here are turned off. Everything else has been disconnected. Let's go ahead and close this. And we'll see just how much oxygen and hydrogen I actually have. So I have 900 kiloliters of storage for the oxygen, 120 milliliters for the hydrogen. I guess that jives. Door is closed. Let's go ahead and turn on. We are sealed. I've got air vents. I gotta find a button for these and all that. Oh, it's not producing because I haven't turned off the O2 stockpile. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I'm kind of curious. What percentage of this oxygen storage does it take to fully pressurize, everything here? Let's turn them back on. Stockpile. Although actually we probably don't even need to. Let's do this. Let's go to the vents. And depressurize. We were at 43.6%. And it looks like it's stabilized at 59.2, so 53 to 59, about 6% of my full total storage. Which is a little silly. It means I could probably pressurize the entire base off of a single oxygen tank. Okay. Let's make sure that the stockpile is off. And since I can't see any indicators on it, I made sure I just did on and off. And then copied it over on the buttons here. I suppose actually I could toggle it. Well, whatever. So here, that's that. I guess I'm probably due for ending the episode. I appreciate you guys joining me on this episode of Survival Records. I do hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you come back for more in the future. But until then, thanks for watching.